Hey, millionaires, it's Yosha Lux, and it's your favorite wealth coach, Millionaires. So, a lot of people are always asking me, how did you get to the level of success that you're at? How did you make over six figures? How did you obtain the amount of wealth that you have, right? So, millionaires, first things first, I believed that I could. I talk to a lot of different women on a day-to-day basis, and I can tell that we are stuck as women in our own head. Now, don't get me wrong, I have times when I'm a little stuck in my head, but when I began manifesting my reality, the first thing that I did was believe in myself. I believed in my multiple skill sets, and I believe that I can achieve and get anything I want out of this lifetime, right? Everything starts with your mentality. Because if you're going and you're walking around, waking up every day, and you're feeling like, I'm worried about if I'm going to have X, Y, and Z amount of money. I'm worried about if I'm actually following my right path, if I'm actually aligned with my destiny. You are creating the frequency of worry. We don't vibrate low over here. So, like I said, the first thing I did was just believe in myself. It's easier said than done, but there are a lot of techniques that you can honestly take to pretty much get your mind going in a steady state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've said this before, but I'm really big on affirmations. Not only do affirmations just affirm everything that you are bringing into existence, but it also sends that signal to your brain to actually keep it as a mental note, you know? So throughout the day, when you may get a little discouraged, you may not feel as discouraged because early in the morning you were just speaking so much life into you, and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to not entertain that negative thought, and I'm going to arrive above and beyond that thought. I'm going to push myself in a more aligned direction. I'm going to focus on the positive energy that I know that I carry, as opposed to the negative thoughts that I am allowing to control myself and control my mentality and control how I move, right? So the next thing that I did was I began visualizing myself getting the things that I wanted out of life. So around like 5 years ago, I had just was kind of like getting out of the phase of like doing hair, selling hair and selling lashes, which I thought doing hair was my goal. I thought it was my end goal, but God had better things in mind for me, right? So what I started to do was, because I did face a point where I was unsure of where my next direction was. I didn't know where I was going next. I just knew I had a better vision for myself. I had a bigger goal. So I actually started manifesting a luxury lifestyle. I started doing vision boards, going on Pinterest and pulling images together of the things that I wanted out of life, like a certain amount of money in my bank account, a certain car, which at the time was a Jeep, which is the car that I have now. I wanted to live in a high rise. I wanted to be able to purchase luxury items. And aside from that, I wanted to own property. I wanted to start investing in things that were going to not only feed me and my luxury desires, because I love luxury things, y'all. I cannot help it. I'm not superficial, but I love my luxury stuff. But I also started to manifest the things that will create stability long term. And to this day, I pretty much tell everyone, your mind is the most powerful, strongest organ in your body besides your heart. Now, when you intertwine your reality, with your manifestations, and you do everything visually, and you're actually putting yourself in the energy of seeing the things that you want, and you're jotting down, whether it's writing or like the things that I did, and I make the Pinterest board, or however you want to do it, to visualize the place that you want to be. It once again sends signals to your brain to stay on track, to figure out what you're aligned in, to figure out what you're good at, figure out what can I do right now that's going to help me accomplish the things that I have on this list, or the things that I have in this collage, or the things that I have on this Pinterest board, right? And believe it or not, things actually started falling in line. I sat with myself I began my spiritual journey, and I started just truly seeing the fruits of my labor once I kind of centered myself and just got a little bit more aligned with the things that I wanted to obtain in life. Like, so I'm really big on telling you guys how much being a visual person and actually having something to look up to, like having something to look at visually, rather you save it as your wallpaper, or rather it's something that you look at before you go to work, or even if you're meditating and you're just meditating on what you want to do next and you're looking at your goals and you're just saying like, you know what, let's see what comes to me, let's see what I'm aligned with, let's see what I'm meant to do, because that's also something that you can do. And that actually leads me into my third thing of how I began manifesting the life I wanted. I sat with myself. I started to, I used to just go and sit in my car. You know, I used to just go sit in my car, and I'm not going to lie, I used to just go smoke. I will roll up and I would just be like, you know what, like, I got to figure out what I'm about to do. You know, let me just sit with myself. Let me listen to some meditation music. Let me see what comes to me. Let me see what God wants me to do. Let me see what my ancestors want me to do. Let me see what I want to do for myself. And needless to say, all of the sitting and the manifesting and the meditations started helping align me with the things that I wanted to obtain in life. And that's why it's really, really a great idea to learn to sit with yourself. Now, we can get distracted by everything around us, our friends, our family, our relationships, but it's nothing like when you sit with yourself and you have those moments with yourself and you tune in to your higher self, and you ask yourself, or you ask your spirit team, or you ask God, like, to guide you and to assist you on your journey. Because we're not just here. I don't know if everyone's religious or spiritual, but I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a very spiritual being. And one thing I know for sure is we are not alone in this world at all. We have people here to guide us. Our spirit team is here to guide us. We have coaches like myself who are here to guide us. You just have to center yourself, tap in to see what your higher self even wants for you, right? And lastly, now, because I'm going to have to sum it up and cut this short because we're running out of time, but your circle of influence, the people that you have around you, your mentors, your coaches, people who are really rooting for you, you want to surround yourself with those people. I was blessed to have a woman named Kia who assisted me on my spiritual journey, who believed in me, who nurtured me and nurtured my mindset. She, on days when I wanted to give up, because there were days where I wanted to give up, there were days where I was just like, I'm not getting the money as fast as I wanted. I'm not obtaining the wealth and the luxury lifestyle that I want immediately, you know, and she helped me. She mentored me. She brought ease to my mind, and she believed in me. So with that being said, find people and coaches and wealth coaches like myself who actually believe in you. Sometimes even more than you believe in yourself, right? Because it can be very hard to self-motivate when you are in your early stages of figuring your life out and figuring yourself out. And that's why you hear people saying like, it's having a circle of influence is so important and it's so essential, because the people you surround yourself around will be the people who energy you damn near need, honestly, to thrive to the next day. Or sometimes you just need that extra ounce of love. And I was blessed and fortunate enough to have someone who just truly loved me to the core and saw so much more in me. I did not do all of this by myself. So as I close out, make sure you guys are believing in yourself, finding people who believe in you, and finding coaches like myself who are pushing you, motivating you to be the best version of yourself. Now, we're running out of time, and I will make a part 2, I promise. So I'm your favorite wealth coach. I'm Yosha Lux, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys some more. I love you guys.